morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is official. The United States of America, along with its allies, the United Kingdom, and others, have begun bombing positions in Yemen. Soviet USINT Defender on Twitter. According to CNN, so you know it's reliable, the airstrikes tonight against the Houthi terrorist group in the Western Yemen are carried out by U.S. and British aircraft, as well as Tomahawk land attack missiles launched by U.S. naval ships in the Red Sea. Yep, probably gonna have to start a third here in a minute, to be honest. Um, Airstrikes by the U.S. and British aircraft have so far targeted cities of Hodeidah, Taizz, and Zabid, as well as the capital of Sana'a in Houthi-controlled Western Yemen. The Houthi stronghold in the city of Taizz in Western Yemen has now reportedly also been targeted by several airstrikes. Um, According to U.S. officials, over a dozen Houthi facilities in Western Yemen are currently being targeted by U.S. British aircraft, ranging from training facilities to storage sites to anti-ship and anti-air missile sites. Um, Yemeni capital. So there's significant air activity reported over Western Yemeni airspace. Explosions heard. These are all within the last half an hour. U.S. officials have confirmed the beginning of airstrikes against Houthi targets in Yemen. U.S. and British airstrikes have begun on Houthi positions. So it is unequivocal that the United States has begun striking targets inside Yemen, and we are likely, likely at war. Um, of course, they'll back end around that. Um, so we're going to be really careful um, with what we share and what we say and all that kind of stuff. But uh, there's a pretty good chance that we're at war. What does this mean in long term? So this means that um, we've already heard rhetoric and stories, and uh, everything's with that with Iran. Yeah, there you go. So Iran has already voiced their displeasure, and they voiced their displeasure previously to this. Um, so we can expect retaliation or possibly even airstrikes on U.S. positions or targets in Iran or from Iran in Yemen and in the Red Sea. Um, so that's another thing that unfortunately we're going to have to look out for. And of course, Iran, they're allied with Russia. Does Russia move in now to a different position? Uh, there's it's possible. Um, so President Biden was supposed to make, excuse me, sorry. Uh, we have no business doing this at all. President Biden, former Vice President Joseph Robinette Biden, was supposed to make a statement tonight. Um, I guess they couldn't get his uppers in just in time. So he called a lid on his day, and he will not be giving a statement. I will I would assume that we will see a statement tomorrow. CB Joe said no to a speech, eh? Correct. He said no. Um, so there's trying to look for any other updates. There was also Otis is usually pretty reliable, so I don't think I'll get screwed refreshing. Uh, well, they have to pump them up with IVs and amphetamines to be able to get him to come out and do the speech. So this is Press Garden Partners. I believe we've had 76 was the last count. I'm sure it's higher. 76 different attacks on US personnel or bases, or ships or affiliated ships, uh, and we've done nothing yet. So this is obviously a response. These are the Prosperity Guardian naval component. Prosperity Guardian is the new mission. When Maersk was gonna pull out, the largest cargo shipping liner, the Maersk, uh, they were gonna pull out of that. It caused extra delays and all that kind of stuff. The United States, in coordination with its allies and partners, put together Operation Prosperity Guardian, and it was a naval. Uh, see that YouTube changed some terms of service. Something's up. I have not seen the additional changes. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if this video gets struck as well. So, yeah, that's right. Nikki Haley is very excited right now. I'll just say that much. Um, so let's see if we can find. There was some indication or information that there's been some retaliatory strikes, or some pushback. Um, again, there's this video circulating, but I've heard multiple times that it's fake or it's from a 2015. So I don't want to. Huh? That looks like an odd bomb, but apparently that one was from 2015. Um, there was no formal declaration. So once again, the United States has broken international law and proceeded without process or procedure. That's always fun. So, again, same video, but we've that's been proven to be false, so we're not gonna take that one on. President Putin said foolishness. We That's cute. Let me pull up comments. So, Jakey Buck, we've been fighting wars in Yemen for some time on the down low. We've had some action. Oh, now did it? There we go. We've had some military actions, but not it wasn't a full-blown proxy like we have. We'll just have to give it some time. It's cleared up? Okay. Yeah, there's some fuckiness going on with my internet. If, anybody's in my Discord, what was that, about an hour before the war started, I got a message from my ISP to expect outages. So I went outside, and it's fucking clear as day, not a single breeze. It's like, "Oh." So, just looking through. What's up, Fast? Ukraine and Gaza winding down. Joe Biden needs another monitoring laundering operation. Yeah, I still contend that they've been trying to provoke Russia, and they did. They just did. Uh, so we're getting an update that the Caspian Sea Fleet of the Iranian Navy is now on full alert and deploying. Iran and Syria have provided full support to the Yemeni Houthis, uh, just hours ago. So there was just support to the Houthis, and then, uh, the United States started bombing them. So that's always great. So there's a report that US bases are under attack in Iraq as of 4 minutes ago. I'm gonna share this because it's a reasonable source, but this is an Iranian source, so take it with a grain of salt, but you should probably do that with CNN too, if we're being honest. So US bases are under attack in Iraq. Yemen launched cruise missiles towards US Navy ships, uh, dozens of ballistic missiles. There's a pretty good chance that we're gonna see a US boat sunk. We started bombing Yemen, Tony, about 20 minutes ago. We started bombing the absolute shit out of Yemen with international partners. Guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed. So this is the events that took place. So John Kirby warned of attacks in the United States from Houthis. Iran said, "Don't do it," or Iran, Syria, and Russia will back up the Houthis. The US said, "Alright, fuck it, we're gonna start bombing," and now we're in this situation. So, US officials are reporting that a submarine in the Red Sea is participating in an ongoing operation with Tomahawk land attack cruise missile strikes against the Houthi terrorist group in Western Yemen. That was the most recent update, but we have carried out airstrikes with partners, mainly the United Kingdom. There was a German plane over Iran or over Yemen earlier, um, within the last hour earlier. I was gonna look at the board. Of course, we're not gonna see anything because it's an active operation, but it's always fun to look to where shit's going next. Uh, so this is that German there's a German plane that was over Syria. It was probably a targeting ops plane. So for those of you who don't know, this country right here is Yemen. So this is Yemen. This is Saudi Arabia. This is the Red Sea, and this is a very important shipping lane controlled by Egypt on the north side, and then Yemen, Djibouti, Eritrea on the south side. So, well, he's such a bad president, he can't even fuck up and start a war. Isn't that crazy? He was such a bad president, he couldn't even fuck up and start a war. So, of course, we know that there are assets up over Yemen because we're getting call-outs for airstrikes. Not likely that we're gonna see them because 'cause they're actively involved. Um, we have Gulfstream, C-130, and this is the current United States. Like, look at that. Those are none of these are commercial. These are all US military. So we have some P-8s up. That would be an interesting retaliatory strike. CNV, these are the ones that Cheese and I were tracking the other day. These have been moving troops for about 3 days, uh, nonstop, nonstop to 3 different theaters, back forth, CNV call signs, 737s, P-8s, another P-8. There's a C-5 Soup or Galaxy. There's an E-6 over the middle of America. So never mind. We won't even bring up the N word. Not that N word. 76200, so that's a operations plane. CN-35. So we're moving a lot. There is that is a lot of choppers up. Pretty much look out, and if you look up, you'll see a chopper. There is a air refueler over Southeast Michigan. Maybe I'll go look up and see if I can't see that in a minute. There's a Chinook. So it looks like they're definitely planning on or intending on moving or supporting the mission eventually here. CN 235s. P8, need to. So, yeah, there's obviously a lot of traffic for a Thursday night, a lot of traffic in general. Let's see if we have any further updates. See if we have anything on Otis over here. Osint. Okay, so now we have a confirmed video. How's your province? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. BC's, there's nothing. Um, we'll see these P8s up because there's some kind of concern with this shit. I'm not sharing it. Ah, sharing the wrong one.
Of Congress said
Hang on.
that was not supported by neutral
See,
Trump
tell you which
administration
one you're
fact
actually sharing.
witnesses and what their testimony and
There we go. So apparently it's the top one. Sorry, other channel. Uh, so your province is fine. There's nothing up at all. P8s, a couple other things. I wonder if I've been sharing the right stuff over here. What? That's not the same one that
you
I
haven't
just
even
shared.
released the transcripts of all.
All right, I'm going to let me redo this. I'm gonna have to just do it one by one because if not, it's gonna be StreamYard doesn't tell you which one you're actually sharing. So there's a ton of C-130s up, Jason. A bunch. Okay, so this is allegedly footage of the airport, and it's the bombing raid. Looks like 38 C-130s up currently. I know, I fucked that whole thing up. It doesn't tell you which one you're streaming to, and then it switches them on you. Flight radar does show it. Unless they're actively engaged. So anything over the states we can usually see. The Russians will often come on the board just as a show of force. But yeah, you can find it. So, like, we can't see anything over Saudi's Yemen. I can see stuff over Syria, Iraq, but what is the light behind the explosion? I would assume it's probably some kind of transformer or some kind of something, but I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I mean, you can watch it again. I don't have a problem with that. Because you can kind of hear popping. I wonder if there's some kind of power grid that they hit intentionally. Try to short something. But yeah, I don't know, to be honest. This footage just came in 1 minute ago, so no, it looked odd. It looks very bright, but Department of Defense has announced that the United States and Britain, oh, here's the countries, with the support of Australia, Bahrain, Canada, and the Netherlands, have conducted joint missile and airstrikes tonight against the Houthi terrorist group in Western Yemen in order to prevent their further targeting of commercial shipping. and the Red Sea. There is 0 chance that there is any kind of anyone speaking on anything yet. So, ah, they probably, yeah, it could be. Certainly could be, for real. The Saudis are have been silent, but kind of supportive. Uh, I don't know. They haven't said a whole hell of a lot in either direction, but they haven't scolded us publicly, so, imminent retaliation by the Islamic resistance in Iraq on US forces and Gulf states. Um, let me take this moment to tell you that we know that the moment at the or the we know that the shit that's been going on our border is shady as fuck. Um, we also know that the United States under John Kirby just said today that we're anticipating attacks, and we'll get to it in the news roundup. I don't have it pulled up right now. It's in that kinda queue, so I apologize. But something to the effect of we're anticipating terrorist attacks on the US homeland. Um, or there's a pretty good chance or some kind of words in that general direction. Um, stay safe, y'all. Stay alert, probably for the weekend. Avoid huge crowds, that kinda deal. Stay out of city centers. I mean, I never advocate being scared, and I never want the terrorists to win, but, like, there's also common sense, and it's like, "Well, shit, if I can avoid it this weekend, then I just might save my life." And I'm not I don't think that there's, like, an overabundance that they're going to be doing anything, but, you know. Oh, I'm sure, I'm sure. So just keep your eyes out and try and stay safe. It's it's important. So, so let's do one more update, then I'm gonna do one more update over there, and then we're gonna try and grab some lunch, dinner. Oh, shit, how much time do I have on the other one? Fuck me. There's 30 minutes on the other one. Um, so what do we got? Initial reports of Houthi forces in Western Yemen launching a barrage of anti-ship ballistic missiles towards US naval ships in the Red Sea. I would be absolutely just shocked, absolutely shocked if at some point I don't know, I've never tested it. I've had 3, 4. I've had 4 going at the same time, different channels. Um, but yeah, I have no idea. Same digger. Stay safe. You're in a populated-ish area, but we already talked. Uh, small Midwest small town areas. It's so hard to inflict casualties though in small spread out areas. That's why they picked the city. Um, but anyways, air raid sirens currently heard at the US Embassy base compound in the International Green Zone in Baghdad. These jackasses probably didn't send a single fucking troop to Iraq, not a single troop to support our mission there, and that's gonna be the first thing to fall. We're gonna get completely just blasted there, and that's where we're gonna lose servicemen and women, uh, because this administration is completely inept. So, um, well, that sucks. Yeah. Air raid sirens currently heard. Oh, I already read that. So I contend that I would be very shocked if a ship didn't get hit. That seems to be their response is gonna be a ship. So a US warship will probably go down, and then we'll expand our fight as we generally do. Uh, what's up, Dodgy Get? So, I'm gonna do this right so I don't affect the other stream again. So, back over to Iran Observer. So this is, oh, thank you, Iran Observer. So this is kind of a map of where we're hitting right now. So Yemen, Southwest Yemen. Uh, Saudi Arabia is a wild card. We're also getting hit in Iraq. Um, Iran's obviously right there. So that's always a concern. And then the only other update they have from here, no, I think that's the only other update. So this is literally like I said, I think it's going to expand. They certainly are. And so again, just for a lead up, the U.S. J- advisor John Kirby said to that attacks on the U.S. were imminent by Houthi terrorists. Um, then Iran issued a statement, a joint statement with Syria and Yemen to say we're going to fight with the Houthis if you attack. The U.S. then waited about 45 minutes and then started dropping bombs on capital cities of Yemen. We've already got confirmation that Iran is going to come to the Yemenis' aid, probably with the help of Syria, and things are going to go kind of wildfire from there. So, is Iran, Russia, and North Korea? Yeah. Uh, do, do, do. According to U.S. defense officials, missiles and airstrikes against the Houthi terrorist group in Yemen have ended. So it was just probably a shock and awe bombing campaign to start off. Uh, and they'll probably wait for a retaliatory action, which, like I said, will come from probably Iran or Syria or initial reports of launching a barrage of anti-ship ballistic missiles. So there seems to be fire going back and forth between the two. Yes, absolutely ended for now. Well, there was an interesting any cash size deals for manufacturing from old ships that will be sunk. There was a so we had a U.S. carrier that went over, and it was very interesting because the carrier was set to be decommissioned. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but U.S. carrier was supposed to be decommissioned. Instead, they sent it to the Middle East, and I've always contended that that was going to be the escalation. Like there was some kind of information, some kind of something where we were essentially giving up that ship to uh yeah, pretty much insurance sinker. Yeah, just something so we can further the war but not really lose anything. Yeah. Well, Cheese and I also called this last night. So, um I'm just trying to look because I'm not seeing anything else. And of course, if the United States is done with their bombing raids for now, we'll certainly see more. I'm absolutely sure of it. But I'm just trying to see if we have anything crazy that's come up recently. Follow them just because it would be good with what the hell is going on right now. Probably. Hey, what's up, Obama? I did miss you, buddy. Why'd you start a war in Yemen, bro? Why'd you do that? Oh yeah, and I've always contended we've already started World War III, and they just don't get declared until later down the road. I think we're well in it. um, damn, you're gonna fit in. How's Mike? Big Mike. Uh, Question is, do you think it will be over in 2 weeks, like Desert Storm, or something that's gonna take us years to clean up? This is going to become a regional conflict, and then there's gonna be different supports that come in and continue to. Uh, what's up, Dylan Raiders? You sent him to the wrong channel though. But I appreciate it, brother. Um, Shit. Now I gotta go switch it so you guys can go back over to the hearing because I was just about to log off pretty quick here. Um, I think this is gonna be something that continues down the regional conflict path, and we're gonna get more and more and more countries involved as we go. It's gonna be kind of a cascading effect. What's up, Josh Chandler? Um, I think this is the beginning of I think this is the beginning of a really bad time for the United States. I don't know how or why or when or what the idea was here, but I can't say that it was probably good. So it's concerning. So I'm gonna leave you guys with one thing here real quick, and oh wait, let's see if I don't fuck this up. I got it. Joe Biden, actually, right now. This is Joe Biden currently. That's why he's not, doing anything currently and not giving a press conference because bombing a sovereign nation in the midst of what probably probably just started World War III officially, and the resident in chief is yeah, he's out office tomorrow. I think that I would say that they would have to give some kind of speech. They would have to give some kind of speech or declaration. I don't think you can go very far. I'm gonna keep an eye out from DoD and all that kind of stuff, and see if we can't get some kind of presser. But somebody has to give some kind of comment on it. So just checking one more time, and then I'm gonna and then see what. Okay, so we got a couple more things out of here real quick. You have any channel citing sources? There were casualties in the area that were targeted by America and Britain in Yemen. Um, and it's obviously in Arabic, so we're gonna have to rely on their translation. But we hit them pretty hard, pretty good, stated by a U.S. official regarding tonight's strike against the Houthi terrorist group in Yemen. Um, so that is our final update. So that's true. That's true. Hey, no worries. No worries. Um, Joint Chiefs. Well, Lloyd Austin's still in the hospital, so fuck trying to get anything from our defense department. So, but there's got to be some kind of designee. Maybe Biden can get some chrome before the morning. Maybe they can fly some in. So, Yeah, this is I mean, this is beyond anything that we've ever seen before. We just invaded a sovereign nation and bombed the shit out of him, and he can't be bothered to give a press conference at all. Not even and there was a address scheduled for 8 p.m. Um, then about a half an hour later, they had canceled that address to the nation, and it is no longer going forward. Incredibly convenient. Yeah, in the Caribbean somewhere. So oh, well, for sure. Oh, yeah, he's out like a light. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to sign off. Like I said, I have another show, uh, weekly news roundup. Of course, there'll be information there, and anything that's new, we will cover there. It'll be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so an hour from now. Until then, I'm gonna send you back over to my other stream that's currently running that has a let's say a half an hour left, and that is the Hunter Biden contempt hearing that happened yesterday. So, hopefully you all get redirected. Please hit that like button on your way out. Please hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is asshole. And until the next time, have a good night, everybody, and I will see you all very soon.